What's up, Scorpio? Welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're doing some tarot outside and oracle. We're gonna start with oracle cards. This is a timeless message, so whenever you see this, that's when it was supposed to apply. That being said, of course, be discerning. If it doesn't resonate, just throw it out. It was meant for somebody else. If you'd like for me to pray for you, Scorpio, if you'd like other Scorpios and cross-watchers to pray for you, simply say hello in the comments section, leave an emoji, share what you're going through, whatever you're comfortable with. And that gives us something that represents your energy that we can focus on, all right? So we start with a message of the Heron. Let go of convention and follow your own unique path. I think that's perfectly appropriate for Scorpio. And the next we're going to get from the Mudra deck. Put this over here because we'll probably circle back to that message. We're going to get a message, and these are empowered by a hand gesture that you're welcome to do throughout the reading if you'd like. Or you can repeat the mantra to yourself and do them tonight when you fall asleep. We have protection, blessed and looked after. And this is how you do the mudra hand gesture. You put your thumb with your pinky and your ring finger and just simply kind of project out those other two fingers like so. Woo, can't even. Yeah, protection, blessed and looked after. And the mudra mantra goes like this: protective light fills me and surrounds me, and my confidence is brimming over. Let go of convention and follow your own unique path and protection. This almost feels like it's preemptive of a new journey, of the Fool card. We'll see what comes out for you. What's coming towards Scorpio at the time of feeling this? What's coming towards Scorpio? Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. Well, so this is just going to be a general message. We're going to unpack these so that we can get a little more detail for you. We start with a release. The Four of Pentacles, when it's right side up, is kind of it's a self-protective energy. It's a self-preservation, keeping things close to you, your resources, maybe literally saving your money. But when you get it upside down, Scorpio, it's kind of this reassurance of it's safe to kind of loosen your grip, it's safe to open up. So we'll see what this is in context to. We do have the Lovers card right here, and this is Gemini energy. Oftentimes it's talking about an alignment with a relationship. We're going to see what that has to do with this reading. And oftentimes there's a choice involved. Then we have the King of Cups upside down. This could be you or somebody else, but this is talking about a person in particular, somebody who's been feeling maybe up and down emotionally, like life has just been throwing them through an emotional roller coaster. Because they're a cup, oftentimes it represents water signs, but it doesn't have to be. This is just suggesting that this person, whoever they are, you or somebody else, is kind of off your balance. They're off their balance, and when they are in balance, they're really emotionally mature. They have so much to give, so much nurturing and loving advice for the people they care about, all that sort of stuff. But something's throwing them off. And then we have Eight of Cups, leaving something behind that at one point you really cared about. The Eight of Cups represent the way that you were emotionally involved with whatever this is. But I like this card because it's not an abandonment, it's not giving up. It's more like a disinterest and sticking around, shining these cups, lining them all up, making sure everything's okay, because there's a realization that there's so much more out there. And so if you're able to zoom, or you're able to look at this card, you'll see that his back is turned to these cups, representing an adventure, basically, turning towards faith and intuition, with the moon and the sun right there in the background, to see if there's actually greener pastures in those hills. So it's a discovery. It can be a physical, like leaving and moving or trying a new job, or self-discovery, but simply being more interested in what else is out there. So now let's unpack this further. So starting with our Four of Pentacles upside down, this release, what is this for my Scorpios? You guys, this is going to be an extended. I don't always have time to do them, but this seems like a really good one to unpack. So if you like longer readings, that link will be in the description box below. What's the Lovers card? What's the King of Cups in reverse? And what's the Eight of Cups? Okay, interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Swords. We'll come back to that. Ooh, I like this, you guys. That's an interesting one. Before I say anything, what is this whole King of Cups emotional situation? It's not a bad emotional up and down thing, actually. It's not a bad, you know, when you, when there's a lot going on, a lot of new things, and you're just emotional because it's like a new role for you, or new scent, new sounds, new, you know, and so a lot of us water babies, I'm a Pisces, you know, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, we feel our way through the world, right? And so our influences, our surroundings make a huge impact. A lot of us are kind of sponges. So it feels a little bit more like that rather than something terrible is happening to you. This is actually a really cool reading. So let's get into it. This release, this sense of like letting your grip loosen, that sense of self-protection that you had before, this message that you got earlier, the very first one, the Canadian geese, I love that. Somebody look up, what does a Canadian goose mean symbolically? Let go of convention and follow your own unique path, and then protection, blessed and looked after. I think you're going to be starting to feel that you don't have to do all that protection work. Because there's something you're going to get really focused in on, and you might have already started, Scorpio. This could be literally your job, or it could be a passion project, but whatever this deep focus is, you are going to find something delightful there. This is discovering a new type of work that you really enjoy, or almost a therapeutic or playful side of work. And that's the Eight of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. There's something delightful here, and I think it's making you kind of remember to have fun. Remember that it can be fun. I think it's a little bit of a surprise. The Page of Cups is equated to miracle energy. In a love reading, it's the flirtation, it's the fun, the playfulness, the Twitter-patedness of a situation. So this is actually with deep focus. You're finding a sense of relief. It almost feels therapeutic, whatever this is for you. And then, speaking of Twitter-pated, we do have an Ace of Cups with this Lovers card. So this is there's a fresh alignment here with the Lovers. This Ace of Cups is landing in your lap. And whenever the aces come out, us tarot readers, we love the aces, right? Because I'm going to have to resist paying attention to the birds and being like, which one is that? Read into it. What does it mean? But we love the aces because it's like a gift from the universe. But I always say, don't sit around on your couch waiting for it to happen, right? Go out and grab a life. But this does look like either something is coming into alignment that's completely new for you, Scorpio, or it's somebody who is coming into alignment and making a gesture towards you. And either way, it looks really beautiful. So remember when I was talking to you about how when we're surrounded by just newness, it can take itself out in our emotions? Now we're going to get to that part of your reading. I think that you might be a little bit stressed that maybe money is going to come or stability is going to come. It's just slow. But it's put you kind of in a Zen place. And I think it's also, the Zen place has been a necessity because it's the only thing you can do to calm the nerves or to keep that roller coaster of emotion stale. So what is making me say this is, here's our roller coaster, our King of Cups upside down. The Knight of Pentacles represents either a person, it could be an earth sign, or it could be like something around stability, money, a promotion. It could be getting the funding for something, or a job if you're looking for a job. And because it's so damn slow, or this person is so damn slow, it's making you a wreck. So what happens? This is the wisdom of Scorpios. That's when, it's like you double down on your intuition, on that deep voice of wisdom, that sense of protection, remembering that you're blessed and looked after. Protective light fills me and surrounds me, and my confidence is brimming over. That is the light from this lantern, and it literally illuminates the way for you. So it's your faith during this point in life that is going to illuminate your way. And that is just the ticket, because the next card is the Chariot. This is ruled by Cancerian energy. There's the duality of taking the good with the bad and moving forward. It's very fast. It's around victory. This is the meaning of the card, is victory. The black and white sphinx on there, that symbolizes taking the bittersweet of a situation, taking the good with the bad and just going forward. So things start to pick up once you hunker down on that faith that you have, that intuitive voice of wisdom. And it seems to be around, you're going to be fine, you are protected. So then, and when we do the extended, we're going to launch off on this quite a bit, because this is opening a can of worms, but I know that it's going to be helpful to talk about. For those of you who don't even choose to go to the extended, we're going to be helpful. So now we're at the point where you're like, the tarot wants to talk to you about whatever this is that you're leaving. There's times in life where you realize you could be going back and forth forever, right? We've all hit that. Whether it's ordering a flavor of ice cream or it's like, what state do I move to, right? This is getting to a point with that foggy confusion, that going back and forth, realizing, you know what? I gotta just make a choice. I gotta just make a move. And that seems to be what's going on with the Emperor. The Emperor takes control of a situation in a really empowering and quite inspiring way. Sometimes the Emperor is so direct and so confident in their decisions that they can empower those around them, or they can influence those around them. They're like, it's boss energy, right? So who's leading this ship? You know, who's got the reins here? So, standing back, I would say you've got some kind of beautiful love coming towards you, a love offering, a relationship offering. Pay attention to what is making you feel delighted or playful, having fun, and whatever kind of work has got your focus. It's got a therapeutic effect on you. This roller coaster up and down, if you're feeling it still, don't you worry. It's actually the catalyst to you reattaching to this voice of wisdom. Once you reattach, that is when everything speeds up, and it's got a very positive, triumphant future. I love those good endings, right? And then, you know, sometimes you just gotta frickin' choose a flavor, right? Going back and forth can just make you crazy. And that's what's happening. It's like, you know what? I know where I'm leaving these cups. I can turn around and I can go back to them, but I gotta find out what's beyond in those hills. Enough of this back and forth confusion crap. I'm just gonna get more and more confused the more I sit in this energy. So it's like, go towards that direction, that this is intense confidence. This is just making a choice. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Please like and subscribe if you've been here before, especially call this your family. And if you feel so inclined, follow me over to the extended. That'll be that link below. Mwah. Bye-bye.